And a battle of two highly respected coaches tonight as well. Mike McLaughlin and Muffin McGraw. McGraw looking for career win number 890 tonight.
It's a tremendous career with Coach, and then if you look at Coach McLaughlin, he's had a tremendous career in the Ivy League.
Just moments away from tip-off. It'll be Parker and Turner to tip it for Notre Dame and Penn. Both teams coming in tonight at 1-0. And the opening tip goes out of bounds. That'll be possession to the Irish. Starting five, Kinham, Gracella, Russell, Parker, and Aguirre for Penn. For Notre Dame, it's the freshman Jordan Nixon getting the start at point, along with Jackie Young, Brianna Turner, last year's hero Arike Agumbawale, as well as Jessica Shepard.
Penn starts out in a 2-3 zone.
Agumbawale out to Young, now back to Arike Agumbawale, who launches for three, rimmed long right to Brianna Turner, who puts it back up and in.
Again, the Irish just keeping the ball alive, and there's a great situation, which is a tap out, offensive rebound, putback.
Kinham on the left wing, now to Parker. To Aguirre, who launches a three. That one misses long.
Pushing the ball.
Irish looking to pass it down to Shepard, but intercepted right to Aguirre. It's the freshman Jordan Nixon getting the start at point tonight in place of Marina Mabry on the bench for the second straight game due to an injury. Agumbawale up to Shepard, running the floor. And blocked away by Russell. It'll go out of bounds, staying on that end for Notre Dame.
This is going to be a transition in the game style of Notre Dame, trying to push the ball up the floor.
Young to inbound, he goes to Nixon. Irish with a fast pace early, stolen away by Katie Kinham. Kinham from right to left, the left-handed runner misses short. It'll go out of play down to the Irish.
You know, this is still, just the second game for the Irish, and as they fall back in this 2-2-1, back into a 2-3 zone, there's still butterflies. The banners are still kind of moving from getting released here, so there's butterflies.
Young with the left hand, looking for Shepard. The pass goes out of play. And Mike, this is a Notre Dame team that we saw be very disciplined last year. Didn't commit too many turnovers, but early on, already a couple in the first minute and a half.
Well, I think it's time to just settle down. You don't get be ranked number one. You don't get banners like that, rings like that, unless you've done some great things. The Irish will settle down. They're really going to get out on the break here.
Looking for Turner, who mishandled the pass. It'll be last touched by the Quakers. It'll stay with Notre Dame with 25 on the shot clock.
Coach McLaughlin is telling his young guards they've got to get back or the Irish are going to have layups.
It'll be Nixon under the basket to inbound. She finds a wide open Agumbawale for three, whose attempt misses long. Outlet pass to Kinham. She's got Aguirre. Young tried to draw contact, but it goes up and in for Princess Aguirre.
I like what Penn's trying to do. They try to slow down with a little token full court pressure.
Agumbawale up ahead to Turner. Tapped out to Shepard, now out to Agumbawale, who's taken down by Gracella.
Great effort on a loose ball. They're coming in here. They have a lot of pride in their program, so they're going to get after a loose ball. They're going to try to set the tone against this great Irish team by hustle.
Jordan Nixon running the point. Named to the ACC preseason newcomer watch list. Freshman out of New York City. Side to Shepard, whose shot hits the underside of the rim. Kinham. Shot misses left rim. Rebound down to Shepard. Agumbawale up to Young. Back to Agumbawale for two.
Great play. Unselfish basketball is the style of play of the Irish.
Perfect execution right there on the 2-on-1.
Oh, you can't draw it up any better than that. The ball didn't touch the floor, it's just pass, layup.
Here's Russell. Aguirre now guarded by Shepard, now to Kinham. Nixon applying some pressure outside the three-point line. Only 7 to go on the shot clock. Here's Aguirre from the top of the key. Rebound down to Turner, now to Agumbawale. Agumbawale pulls up from 17, just misses short.
Had great looks. She's got to be patient. The game's going to come to her. but she's had great looks.
Ten-second violation. 10-second violation called on Penn, so it'll go right back to Notre Dame.
Irish struggled last year against Penn, at Penn. They were very, very disciplined. It was a low-scoring game.
Inside to Turner, a beautiful pass inside, and Shepard finishes it off, 6-2 Notre Dame.
And that's the opening in that zone, a high to low look. They executed it perfectly. Great bounce pass, great finish.
Here's Aguirre, guarded by Shepard. Shot long, rebound down to Turner. And Turner fouled on the outlet pass. And a nice look just a moment ago. Shepard with a beautiful finish inside.
Just a great high-low look, and that's something that, you know, the Irish not only are strong, talented, but they're also very great passers and very unselfish.
Here's Nixon. Last year's hero, Gumbawale, now out to Jackie Young. Shepard now to Turner, using every inch of that frame to go up and grab it. And Notre Dame now up by 6.
Another high-low look, and the Irish are taking advantage of their length inside. They're finding the high-low look, and there you go.
Nixon. And a charge called on Jordan Nixon.
Great defense, again, by the Penn defenders. As you look, they set their ground, they helped, they did not move, and of course the freshman lowered her shoulder, and we got a charge.
That was Parker in there that drew the charge on Jordan Nixon. Now into the corner for Gracella.
Great defense.
To Parker now on the left wing, and Turner swats it away.
Yeah, now you got 6 on the shot clock. Let's see if Penn comes out with a quick shot out of this out-of-bounds play.
Brianna Turner with the big block to keep it on this end. Penn with 2 seconds on the shot clock, and pulling up and firing is Russell. Good for 2.
Back to a 2-2-1 full court press. Again, they're not really thinking about stealing, but they're really trying to control the tempo.
Nixon to Turner for 2. What a pass from the freshman.
Oh, wow. That was a perfect pass. She read it. Once she broke the defense, she laid it up there where no one else could get it but her teammate.
Allowing Brianna Turner to use that 6'3" frame, and that's clinical execution by the freshman Jordan Nixon.
Just absolutely perfect pass, perfect place. Only thing she had to do is catch it and lay it in.
Gracella answers on the other end with a 3. Quakers now trailing by just 3 with 4.5 to play in the first quarter.
Ball back to a 2-3 zone as they've shown so far in this quarter. High-low look.
Shepard wide open just at the free throw line. And Jessica Shepard connects for 2, 12-7 Notre Dame with the 5-point advantage with 4 and change to go. Parker got Turner up in the air. Thought about the shot, now in to Gracella, who finishes with the right hand.
Just a great screen that set up that backdoor cut, allowed it open to the lane. Good look.
Jackie Young. Now Nixon back out to Young.
Going inside.
And Turner, the up and under.
They don't have an answer for inside on that block, and I think Coach McGraw has talked about get the ball inside until they stop us there.
Irish back up to a 5-point lead. Now a foul called on Notre Dame. It's their second of the period. Notre Dame with the 5-point lead early in the first quarter, and everything clicking on offense for the Irish in game 2. Notre Dame leads 14-9, 3.5 to go, and it's been all Brianna Turner, 8 points already for the Irish.
You know, you got to find the great players where they can score, and while she can score on the block, and so the Irish have got her the basketball down low. The great high-low look, and then she finishes that. She's been able to also go up and under here with a reverse layup. So again, until they stop her, I keep feeding number 11 the basketball.
And that versatility for Brianna Turner is so dangerous because she can beat a defense in so many different ways.
Absolutely, and she can go to the high spot. They can drop her other people to the low spot. So versatile in all the things she can do.
And already with 2 rebounds and a block, so showing her prowess offensively and defensively tonight. Again, missed last season with an injury, and certainly glad to be back on the floor this season. Up against Parker, whose shot misses long but rebounded to Tuttle. Grossello along the right 3-point line. Inside to Parker, up and in for 2.
Again, a great pass inside, great finish. All the things that you talk about in practice, that's exactly what they did right there. Still in the zone, a 2-3 zone.
Agumbawale out to Young. To Caitlin Gilbert, another freshman getting some playing time here. Out to Young. Irish with 7 on the shot clock. Agumbawale pulls up for 3, misses long, but the offensive rebound pulled down by Jackie Young.
Let's see if they can get the ball inside out again.
Gilbert. Turner with the laser pass out to Agumbawale, who resets with 15. Directing traffic now out to Gilbert. Inside to Shepard. Pass out to Agumbawale, who launches for 3. That one misses long. Last touch by the Irish.
And again, the All-Americans had great looks. They just haven't went in. But you know what? That's part of her game. She's going to continue to play hard, find ways to get other opportunities to score.
Agumbawale just 1 of 6 from the field. 0 for 4 from 3. Long 3 pulled down by Grossello, who controls the offensive rebound for the Quakers.
Got her on the wrist. And I really think what's happening here is the style of play. I think Penn wants to be very, very intentional in slowing this game. Again, just got her on the wrist. She's got 2 free throws.
Russell sinks the first.
I really think it's a really tough situation if you're Notre Dame. You've played incredible basketball. You play in a great league. You're playing in a full house. You've seen all the things that have happened already before the game. Now it's time to get focused.
And Russell sinks a pair to cut the Irish lead to 1. 14-13 Notre Dame. Minute 45 to play in the first quarter.
I really like what Coach McLaughlin's done with this game plan. He's really trying to make the Irish slow things down and get one of these looks to fall. And if they don't.
Agumbawale's shot missed. Shepard got the rebound, and she puts it back up and in.
Again, that second effort, we've seen that twice now. Offensive rebound putback, and that's going to be a key for the Irish. I think they're just bigger, they're stronger. They tap the ball out, they get the ball inside. Great finish on the foul.
Notre Dame's got 6 defensive rebounds. They've got 5 on the offensive glass.
That's going to be a key for Notre Dame, not only tonight, but through the whole year, is to get to the offensive glass.
Shepard's free throw just rims out. She led the ACC last year, shooting over 56% from the field. Scrambled just around the mid-court stripe, and it'll go the way of the Irish. A couple of errant passes by the Quakers.
Yeah, just one of the few passes they've made now that was just a bad decision, out of sync. Let's see if, again, get the ball moving around the perimeter, not allowing it to stick. That's going to open up good shots inside, like right here.
Shepard, offensive rebound to Turner once again. This time Shepard with the offensive glass. And going back up for it, called for the jump ball. It'll go back to Penn.
Again, great effort on the offensive boards. Finally tied them up. but at the same time, you can just see the game plan of Penn is just trying to hang close, really punch it inside, try to make sure defensively they're not going to allow them to get good looks.
Very physical play early on. Shepherd controlled the offensive rebound, but was unable to get the shot back up.
Great defense by the Irish here.
Hounding defense, and Penn call for the 5-second violation.
I think it was 6 or 7, but we're not going to count. But at the same time, that just shows the ball pressure that they created. The defender knew that they'd picked up the dribble, so she was right up on top of them.
Aguirre and Mike A. Jones coming back into the game for the Quakers. Abby Prohaska and Vaughn coming in for Notre Dame. Out to Agumbawale. 14-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Irish up by 3 here in the final 30 seconds. Last year's hero, Agumbawale, directs traffic. Gets it off to Young with 5 on the shot clock. Agumbawale with the left hand. Pulls up from the wing. That one rims out. Aguirre brings down the rebound. Penn with 10. Pass goes long and out of bounds. Irish will get one more look.
That's just a tough situation if you're a coach right now. You want to get the last shot. You know, an errant pass by Penn now gives Notre Dame a chance to get one more look before the quarter ends.
Shot clock turned off. 10.1 seconds on the game clock. It'll be Jackie Young with it, who brings it across the midcourt stripe. Young with 4 finds Turner. Up, misses. Rebound now down to Parker, and that will be the end of the first quarter. Some back and forth play from both ends, Coach. What'd you like from both sides in that first quarter?
Well, I really liked the mentality of Penn. They were slow, they were patient. That was the difference.
Irish 16, Quakers 13 after a quarter of play from Purcell Pavilion. As the Irish, looking at just before we came back on air, Enrique Agumbawale 1 of 8 from the field in the first quarter, looking to get back on track here in the second.
You know, she's human. She's not going to knock in every shot that we've seen replays and replays and replays, but she's a great player. It's going to come around. She's just got to let the game come to her a little bit, and rather than try to, make things happen, she'll get in the flow of things with a steal or a bucket that way.
20.8 points per game. Last season led the ACC. Obviously 2 buzzer beaters in the final 2 games of the NCAA tournament that gave the Irish the 2018 national championship. As Young's first shot of the period hits short iron, and down with it are the Quakers. Rosella out to Sturbo with 13 on the shot clock.
Again, the pressure. Pressure is hurting.
Inside, back to Sturba, up and in with the right hand.
I tell you what, Coach McLaughlin shows why he's a great coach and has won so many games. They ran their patient, ran a shot clock, and got a layup.
Penn shooting 6 of 15 from the field. Notre Dame 8 of 22.
This zone is really giving the Irish trouble.
Young from the left wing hits. Jackie Young gets on the scoreboard with her first basket of the game. Crawford now to Russell. Russell trying to get past Jackie Young. Shot by Parker, missed long. Rebound battled for, now won by the Irish. Agumbawale slows it down.
Looking to overload this zone a little bit. Trying to get, again, the ball inside. Setting a screen on the ball has been really successful. Allowing, again, Notre Dame to get the ball high-low.
Young pulls up from the left block.
And, that's a tough shot. That is a real tough shot. It's a tough shot with a mask on.
Long 3 from the far corner, misses. Agumbawale quickly pulling it down, going the other way, and up and under with the right hand. Agumbawale finishes.
And again, that's exactly what she needed. See the ball go through the basket, relax, and get those first 2 points.
Irish up to a 7-point lead on the shoulders of Jackie Young and finally Enrique Agumbawale.
Great pull-up shot there.
$7.50 to go in the second quarter. Notre Dame up by 7, 22-15. And it was Jackie Young and Enrique Agumbawale that really got the Irish back in motion in that second period.
Just great looks inside, coming out of that zone. And then, of course, defense breaks offense. Here's transition. This is something I thought was very important for her to get her first bucket of the night after struggling right away from the perimeter.
Gilbert applying some pressure in the front court. Quakers break the press and now in the front court. Aguirre going up against Shepard, trying to make Shepard miss.
Great
Quakers
ball
working around
movement
the
by
perimeter.
Penn. Great ball movement.
6 seconds to go on the shot clock. Penn needs to get a shot up. Off right iron was Loxtigala. And Vaughn tripped up and taken down. It'll be 2 shots for Michaela Vaughn.
And here we have a contrast in styles where you have one team that wants to be methodical, and here's a team that's going to push the ball up, run their bigs, get to the rim, and that's exactly what the Notre Dame Irish did. And you're going to see a lot of that, I think, from this point on in the half.
Vaughn's first free throw misses right. Michaela Vaughn only had 6 free throw attempts a season ago. Was 2 of 6 from the stripe.
Had another terrible situation with a knee injury. It's great to see her back too. Full court pressure here by the Irish. I like it.
Using that athleticism to its strength.
Well, they're going to speed up the game. I think that's going to be a purpose here of coaches trying to speed up this game as best they can.
And Sturba connects from deep. Phoebe Sturba now up to 5 points because the Irish lead back to 5. Young directing traffic with 15 on the shot clock, out to Agumbawale. Out to Young for 3. Jackie Young's attempt misses. Gilbert up with the rebound, draws the foul.
Again, that's what we've seen on misses. Offensive rebounds. When you're pressing full court, one of the things that's very important to get back and match up. And here the Irish don't do it, so they give up a free one. Wow, that's a shooting in the backyard there. That's shooting in the backyard.
Sturba was 37.7% shooter from 3 last year.
Well, she's not going to have very many looks that wide open. There was nobody
Definitely
within
not.
a zip code of her right there.
And a good awareness by Sturba just to get to the 3-point line and fire with no Irish defenders around her. It was 4 of 11 from 3.
Irish going straight man-to-man pressure this time rather than trap the first pass. But again, Lovett's trying to get the tempo of the game to pick up, trying to make sure that you start rushing the offense a little bit, getting them out of sync. Right now they feel pretty comfortable with what they're doing offensively.
Here's Rosella up top. Now to Sturba, who tries another one from 3. Halfway down and out. Irish again looking to push. Here's Young. Agumbawale tells her to slow down. Young obeys. Inside to Shepard. Shepard with the turnaround.
A lot of contact on that. Great post up.
Agumbawale with the steal. The right-handed floater is good for Enrique Agumbawale.
And again, now we're seeing a little bit different style of her game. Making a steal, getting after it defensively. There's another one.
Inside to Prohaska. Too strong. Irish still keeping the pressure on with 5:40 to play in the second quarter. Aguirre with one dribble and a pull-up is good for Princess Aguirre. 4 points on the day for the forward. Young brings Shepard out. The freshman Abby Prohaska now to Jackie Young.
Got a great seal inside here.
Skip to Agumbawale, a couple of dribbles. And Agumbawale is fouled. So Enrique Agumbawale will head to the line. But a steal that captured back some of the momentum for the Irish. And Notre Dame leads by 7.
And probably more important than anything, it just gives her confidence in her game. You know, many times as players, you don't hit those open shots, but you can still do other things. And what she has done is typical of a great player. Missed her early shots, got back in the game by playing great defense, getting her hands on the basketball. She made another great steal just minutes later, and also has had, you know, a great play of getting their team in her offense. So great players, you can't hold them down.
You saw that note. Her 5th career 30-point game got her season off to a great start when the Irish took down the Harvard Crimson last Friday. So the lead back up to 9 after a pair of free throws by Enrique Agumbawale. Gracella with the left hand all the way inside. And Gracella will be called for the charge. A nice play. Looked like Prohaska was in there. There was Abby Prohaska sliding over to take the charge.
Great defense by the Irish on that possession.
Pass swatted away and lands in the hands of Anderson. Sturba launches from 3.
Again, she can hit that shot.
Agumbawale back the other way. Prohaska with a 10-footer. The lefty misses. But right down with the rebound was Agumbawale. Penn called for the foul inside.
This transition would have been a lot better if she would have been able to get in position to use the glass. That's a very tough shot, that 8-footer straight at it.
Young to inbound under the basket, finds Agumbawale. Agumbawale's pass to Young, hit the backboard. Back come the Quakers the other way. Sturba tries again, and Phoebe Sturba connects.
She came off a hot game on game number 1 and knocking down a 3, and, you know, she feels very comfortable. You can tell it. She can knock in that 3, has a great look, got a wide open one, and that just gave her confidence.
Sturba's taken 7 shots tonight. 6 have been from 3. She's made a pair of them, and back come the Quakers once again. Off the turnover, a nice tip by Prohaska. But it stays with Penn. Off the backboard, and it'll go toward the Irish. Sturba connecting from 3 to keep Penn within range.
You know what she's been able to do is find that 3-point line, set her feet, get a great look, and she's got confidence. You don't want to have shooters have confidence, and that's what's happened in her last 2 possessions.
You also don't want to give shooters like Sturba a lot of open space, which she's had a couple of times tonight already.
You know, I still think the Irish are going to be able to get the ball inside. I think that's something that the coach is going to talk a lot about at halftime. There's no answer for Jessica Shepard inside, and so with her size, strength, and skill set, I think the Irish are going to really talk about, hey, we can get her the ball down low, even against the zone.
Shepard's first one is up and good. 7 points for the senior Jessica Shepard, the transfer from Nebraska. Last season, her first here in South Bend, looking to replicate last year's success in year 2 of Notre Dame. Irish up by 7, 3:20 to go before halftime. Shepard tips it away, and it'll stay on that end.
Irish looked at they're going to go man-to-man here on out-of-bounds plays rather than zone.
Emily Anderson to inbound it. And drawing the foul there was Jones. So Mike A. Jones will go to the line for 2.
Again, as I look at the things that the Penn Quakers are doing, they're just really keeping the Irish off balance. They're patient. They attack the rim. And, you know, to stay in this game, they're going to have to get to the free throw line, but they're also going to have to make these free throws. Irish just seemed a little out of sync, you know, the whole half so far. Missing shots, not taking care of the basketball as they normally do. But a lot of I got to give credit to Penn because their mindset going into this game has been good. Set up the zone, see if the Irish can adapt.
Irish have been held without a field goal the last 2:50 of the quarter. And another turnover into the hands of Parker. Sturba now out to Gracella, who resets with 23 on the shot clock. Subtle inside to Gracella, who uses the right hand, shielded by the rim. Rebound comes right back to Parker, who puts it up and in. Quakers down just 5, hanging with the Irish early.
They sure are. They're playing with more and more confidence as this quarter goes along. I mean, they're just being able to get opportunities on backdoor cuts, allowing the Irish defenders to trail cutters, and then they've had great looks for easy shots.
Young now to Nixon, who got the start at the point for Notre Dame tonight with Mabry out for a second straight night. Agumbawale for a deep 3, and Negrike Agumbawale connects.
We've seen that shot before, haven't we? And you know what? The shot clock was going down. The freshman did not know how much time was on the clock, and so, hey, you get your veterans. She said, give me the ball, and she hit a big shot.
Yeah, I think the fans at Notre Dame have seen that shot on the video board a couple of times tonight already. And we'll take another look at it. This is something Enrique Agumbawale has become all too familiar with, this kind of shot from distance.
Right from that spot, too. I think there's a mark over there where she must practice that shot because that was nothing but net.
That right side of the court, from the corner, from the wing, you name it, Agumbawale can connect. Nixon out to Young, all alone on the right wing for 3. This is a Penn team that hung tough with Notre Dame a season ago, playing at Penn, a 66-54 win for Notre Dame. And Parker called for the charge, a bit too aggressive, pushing off with that forearm.
And again, that just shows you her length and her great discipline to stay put. She's a great defender. I think what's happening, and when you play a team like Penn that's very disciplined, it runs the shot clock, you have instincts to push the ball and take a quick shot. And that's what's happened a couple times for the Irish tonight. They've taken quick shots, haven't gotten the rebound, and then it allows Penn to set up their offense again.
Another foul on the Quakers. This will be on the defensive end inside. So Agumbawale will go to the line for the foul called on Parker. So Parker with 2 fouls, along with Sturba and Gracella with 2 each. Agumbawale's first up and in. Prohaska re-enters for Notre Dame as Nixon sits with 1:24 to play. And the senior's second is up and in, so Agumbawale now up to 13 on the night.
Notre Dame fans, you have to understand that when you don't have your best three-point shooter out on the floor right now, that's the situation, and she's, not ready to go yet. But when she gets back, that's just going to bring another tool to the toolbox for Muffet McGraw.
And there is Marina Mabry, the senior from New Jersey. You have to think McGraw certainly will be excited to have her back when she's ready to re-enter the rotation.
Yeah, you can see that the Irish are kind of struggling with that great shooter they don't have right now.
Shooting just a touch over 40% from the field right now, 13 of 32. Inside to Shepard, that percentage is about to go up.
Again, you see the transition, and that's something that Coach McGraw and the Irish want to do, and that was all set up by great discipline, a loose ball, kick it out, and a transition bucket.
Irish really having a ton of success with Turner, with Shepard inside. Penn really doesn't seem to have an answer for those 2 inside.
They really don't. They don't have the size. They don't have the size or skill set to do that.
Parker up and in. Irish had good defense, but Parker brings the lead back to 10.
Now let's see a situation if Notre Dame is patient. Shot clock, 19. Let's see if they get a great look here.
Irish can hold for the last shot with the shot clock off, and Prohaska will signal for a timeout. .1 on the game clock. Irish leading by 10, 37 to 27. So McGraw discussing these final 14 seconds. As Enrique Gumbawale has really been on fire as of late. Now up to 13 points. Made her last 3 shots. She started 1 of 8, but she's really caught fire these last few minutes.
Well, you can just tell her whole body language is so much different. Once she got that first basket, she started feeling more comfortable with the game. She was a little frustrated early. You know, hey, it's a big night. It's getting back. You've seen a banner drop. You've seen so many things. You've seen replays. But she's settled down now playing the game that we've all seen her play over and over again.
Starting 5 back on the floor. Turner, Nixon, Ogunbowale, Shepard, and Young. Under 10 to play in this first half. Nixon, the no-look pass to Young. Jackie Young from the free throw line is good.
Just a great play before half to get that key bucket. Coach McGraw shows why she's a Hall of Fame coach.
How about the look from the freshman Nixon to find Jackie Young? Really symbolic of how Notre Dame has been clicking from the free throw line and from the field tonight.
That's exactly a great look, but you can also see a lot of things have happened by both teams. Penn has played really well.
Irish up by 12, headed to the halftime break from Purcell Pavilion. Home court.
Well, you're going against a veteran coach who's won over 500 games. He knows how to coach. He knows how to prepare his team, even against the Irish, who are the #1 team in the country. So, you know, when a great coach comes in here, he's got his kids ready to play. Now it'll be interesting to see how they can adapt and get ready for the changes that have been made at halftime. You want to get off to a great start. You always talk to your team right now, the first possession. You want to get off to a great start in the first possession. And then the first 2 minutes of every half are very important. How you start, how you set the tempo. Let's see how these teams adjust in the halftime.
The Quakers with possession to start the half. Pulling up for a 10-footer was Russell. She misses short. It's Kinham, Grisella, Russell, Parker, and Aguirre on the floor for the Quakers. Young inside to Turner. Has it knocked away. It'll stay on this end.
Been impressed with Penn. They just get their hands on the basketball. We've got the ball inside. The Irish have got the ball inside, but they've just not been able to finish.
Young with the runner, and Jackie Young the first points on the board in the second half.
Again, great way to set things up coming out of an out-of-bounds play.
Grisella against Jordan Nixon. To the free throw line for Parker. Lost control briefly, but recollects. Now the rebound by Shepard. Irish looking to run. We saw that a lot in the first half. Ogunbowale up to Turner, who misses.
Again, the key is pressuring the basketball, then getting out and pushing the ball up the floor, and that's exactly what the Irish are looking to do.
Here's Kinham. Young pokes it away. Shepard controls it. Here's Ogunbowale running the floor. Goes from left to right. And Ogunbowale draws contact. Just a moment ago, Jackie Young, the first points on the board in the second half.
But look again what the post does. She does a great job of opening up that, you know, as you see a drive to the basket, you hold your ground and let your teammate finish. So not only a great bucket, but also a great screen out that kept the defender away from the basket.
Yeah, great positioning by Shepard, by Brianna Turner. They were able to draw their respective defenders close to them and gave Young a lot of space to which to work.
Yeah, Turner just screened her out, and that just allowed her to open the lane right to the basket. Good start for the Irish beginning of the second half. Let's see how Penn can handle this.
Ogunbowale sunk a pair. Grisella pulls up, misses short iron. Ogunbowale, Turner running the floor. Turner with the right hand.
You know, these are the things that, again, I'm sure Coach McGraw talked to her ladies about at halftime.
Parker on the left wing. Turner trying to shield her out. Got the rebound, but misses long, and right back to Jackie Young. Up to Shepard. Shepard makes the defender miss, and Jessica Shepard gives the Irish a 20-point lead.
When you're looking at opportunities, you want to get out in transition, and you want your bigs to run the floor. So why not pass it to the bigs and reward them for running the floor? Here's two great examples.
Turner on the front end, and then Shepard. That gave Notre Dame its 20-point lead.
Just great release by the bigs, making sure they run the floor. If you're out there as your guard, you want to reward those bigs when they run the floor like this. Results, easy baskets.
Irish with a 20-point advantage. Just a minute 52 into the third quarter. Notre Dame starting off that quarter with an 8-0 run as they really get the offense clicking here early.
We talked as we started the second half, how you come out of a break is so important. Irish seem to really be focused here. They're really focused defensively. They're getting out in the passing lanes. Big difference from the start of the game to what the defensive pressure looks like right now.
Inside to Parker, got past Shepard, but misses long iron. Nixon to Agumbawale, stops, catches, and fires.
You know, people are saying, what's happening here? Why is this all of a sudden changed here? Well, you have to look at Penn can't get back in their 2-3 zone. The transition is hurting them by running the floor, by getting out and going. It doesn't allow Penn to get back in that 2-3 zone. That's been a big difference here in this quarter.
Here's Aguirre. Agumbawale called for the foul. Thought she had the steal.
And now you see a situation again, pushing the basketball up floor. They don't have to run their half-court offense against the zone. They just get the ball out, make a great skip pass, and wow, that's just a great catch, great look, great results.
We saw Agumbawale hit a couple of threes from the right side. Here she hits from the left. She's certainly comfortable. You give her the ball anywhere outside the three-point line, she's more than capable of hitting that one. Notre Dame with the steal. Shepard, the no-look to Agumbawale. Just misses off the front of the rim. Out to Gracella, a lot of open space. Off front iron was Crawford.
Boy, the tempo of this game has changed so fast.
Young is kicked away.
It's just happening. You know, this is what a coach's nightmare. If you're Penn, you say, we don't want to play this fast, ladies. We got to slow it down. But the transition has been a big difference here for the Irish in the second half.
Certainly using that athleticism and that willingness to run the floor, even from the post players inside, like Turner, like Shepard. No qualms from running the floor, and these guards have certainly rewarded them for running the floor inside.
Well, it's one of the things that Notre Dame has that most people don't have is two big men that can run the floor so well. That just sets up and puts so much pressure on the defense team in transition.
Gracella behind the back, finishing with the left hand.
She's playing really, really well. You know, she took the ball strong to the basket there. Made a great decision here, behind the back, right to the rim, up and under. What a creative way to get that bucket.
Kendall Gracella, her first career start came on Saturday at Siena. The junior from Pennsylvania. So Gracella with 7 points, a pair of rebounds.
Situation where we have blood here, so we have a quick timeout. Is that trainers? Trainers have got to get something on real quick, and it looks like they're ready to go. So this shouldn't take much. It won't require a timeout or a substitution by Penn.
Irish last season averaged just over 85 points a game, held opponents just under 68. On track to certainly keep Penn under that mark tonight.
Again, we're getting back to the high-low look, and that's the spot. You know, the thing that the Irish can do so well, because they have their inside people that can score from the elbow area, and that's exactly, they got the ball at the high post, turn, had a great look.
As Jones took it inside and drew the foul.
Those that are watching here, just look at just a high post catch. Didn't have to put the ball on the floor, just catch, turn for those young people out watching. You don't have to put the ball on the floor, just catch, turn, wide open look with great results.
That ball movement just absolutely clinical. You mentioned that ball never touched the floor, those three passes, and opened up a wide open Shepard, and she does what she knows best.
got great touch around the basket.
We'll get Shepard for the foul. She thought she went straight up.
Well, you know, I think in that situation, the offensive player just attacked her. Even though her hands are straight up, she forced her into the body here. Watch this real quick. Just attacks with the shoulder. Kind of gets her with the hip a little bit and created the foul. Better offense than probably the defense there.
Torrey Crawford to the line. First one, nothing but net. So Torrey Crawford gets on the score sheet for the first time tonight. As Danielle Cosgrove gets her first action of the night. It's Nixon, Turner, Prohaska, Cosgrove, and Agumbawale on the floor for Notre Dame as Crawford's second goes in. Back to a 20-point lead for the Irish, 52-32, 5.5 to play. Turner all alone, and Brianna Turner puts it right up and in.
Again, just great decision to attack the basket. They beat the baseline on the zone, which allowed a wide open layup.
Marcella got past one defender. Here's Crawford trying her luck from three. But Jones with the offensive rebound and finishes.
Got her again.
Prohaska into Cosgrove. Cosgrove's shot misses short, but Brianna Turner, I think she knows how to finish from there.
Well, she knows where to finish because she's in the right spot. She's just got a high basketball IQ. She's right there. How many baskets she's had tonight where she's on the block, finds the ball, scores.
She's 7 of 11 from the field to go along with 7 rebounds and a block. Foul called on Jordan Nixon. So Brianna Turner finding her way inside. A big reason the Irish are up 22. Notre Dame has 3 players at double figures. One of them, Brianna Turner, has 14 along with 7 rebounds. She's really been one of the anchors for Notre Dame inside tonight.
I tell you what, I think a lot of Irish fans forgot how good she is. She's just amazing around the basket. She's got great length, great hands, great footwork, could run the floor, can defend. That's what makes her a special basketball player.
I'm trying to figure out if there's anything she can't do, and so far the answer to that question is no.
Well, I haven't seen her sweep the floor yet, but I got a good feeling that she can do that well as too.
First foul shot from Jones rims out.
Let's see if Penn goes back to their press after this make. Missed them both.
Turner corrals the rebound. That's her 8th. So Notre Dame's got a trio of players in double figures. Penn still looking for its first. Leading scorers Grisella and Sturba with 8 each. As Grisella pulls it down. Kendall Grisella going to the right hand to go against Prohaska. Inside to Parker on Cosgrove.
Great double team on the block.
It goes back to the Irish. A really nice double team, as you mentioned, inside.
Yes.
Forced the turnover.
Yes, you know, I'm sure that's been an adjustment that Coach McGraw made at halftime. Double on the block. Great decision. Great timing on that double. Created a turnover.
4:10 to go in the third. Penn in the bonus, but the Irish up by 22. Here's Young. Agumbawale brings it down. She fires from 3. Rims out. Prohaska battling for the offensive rebound.
Great hustle.
Officials yet to signal. It'll be a jump ball back to the Irish. Love the hustle from Abby Prohaska. Just a freshman,
yes,
but high basketball IQ to get that one
she's
back.
been able to do a lot of that tonight. She's made that second effort play, over and over. And, that's what you want to do as a freshman. You don't have to go in and make great things happen. Just be positive with great hustle.
And one of the points of emphasis from Coach McGraw about Abby Prohaska, as we see Cosgrove sink the jumper, was that Abby Prohaska does the little things.
Yes.
We see it right there, the high motor, to be able to get that offensive rebound and force the jump ball, and it ends up resulting in a Cosgrove jumper.
Young people watching this game, you don't have to make all the great decisions. You just have to play hard and make a difference by doing the little things right. And that's exactly what this freshman has done.
You do the little things, and it'll be a Gumbawale that has a chance to make spectacular plays like that. Just missed it short.
Great switch on the ball screen handoff.
Young now guarding Gracella out with 15 on the shot clock. Gracella going to the right hand, gets past Turner, and the nice up and under.
Great decision to go using the rim as a protector so she didn't get her shot blocked.
So Kendall Gracella now into double figures with 10 points.
Back to the 2-3 zone, and that's what Penn's done the entire game. They feel comfortable in it. They do a great job of communicating. The Irish have struggled with it for the most part.
It's Gracella and Jones up top. They find a Gumbawale in the middle. Thought she was hit. It's corralled by the Quakers. Jones with it on the left side. Prohaska got in there. Parker now, it's a Sturba. And a foul called inside on Jackie Young.
You know, watch the great decisions here as you look at a basketball player. You gotta be versatile. Using the rim to protect her so she could get the up and under on the backside on the reversal. That's just a great decision. Great off the glass reverse layup.
Crawford since her first free. Check out her third free throw of the night.
For people that have been watching the last 2 or 3 minutes, you notice that Notre Dame has not had much scoring as they had there for that spurt. Just because they have not been able to score in transition. Allowing Penn to get back in their 2-3 zone. When the Irish run, they're very good.
Crawford, another pair from the line. She's up to 4 points. 0 for 2 from the field, but 4 of 4 from the line.
And it's hard to break when you're taking the ball out of the net, you know, after Penn scores. So look for the Irish to pick up their.
Gumbawale had it blocked away. Turner tried to find a Gumbawale inside. Penn back the other way. Another foul called on Notre Dame.
Really like the way that Penn has responded here. They have done a great job of attacking the basket here, getting out on the break. Classic 2-on-1, great bounce pass. We have the foul. The last pass should always be a bounce pass. That's the easiest one to catch, easiest one for your teammate to finish. You know, Coach McGraw, she wants excellence. And you know what? That's why she's so good. She demands excellence from her players. And so, you know, she's not going to be happy unless they're playing at their very best. And so, you know, this is a great example of the last couple minutes here. They have not played their best, both offensively and defensively.
You have to imagine quite a bit of that is simply due to this only being their second regular season game of the year. So, of course, not making excuses, but this is certainly an opportunity to shake off the rust against a Penn team that's challenged them the last couple of years.
Well, the absolute, you know, the thing that you're doing, you're trying to get the chemistry. New people, freshmen coming in, people that have been hurt. It's all a new year. You know, you're trying to get the new chemistry all together. And that's what coaches do best, is they put that chemistry together, find the right pieces together. Oh, I don't know. I think we're going to get a change in that call.
Rolling it back going toward Penn. Gumbawale wanted it the other way. And she'll get her wish. It'll be Cosgrove to inbound it for Notre Dame. McLaughlin pleading his case.
And you know, he's saying, hey, wait a minute, you're the closest person to this call here. Why are you letting the outside official make that call? But again, the outside official was adamant that he got it right.
Gumbawale, the Irish up by 20. A minute 18 to go in the third. Prohaska to Young.
Got her.
Inside to Shepard, but was camped out in the paint. It'll be a 3-second going back to Penn.
Again, Irish continue to try to get the ball inside. I like the mentality of trying to pound it inside, but you got to be active. That three-point, that lane in there is only for 3 seconds. You got to get out of it, get moving.
12th turnover of the game for Notre Dame. Penn with 15. Another foul called inside on the Irish. Penn's been in the bonus now for the last few minutes of this third quarter.
And the 6'4" freshman did a great job of sealing inside, posting up big, taking it to the basket. Now you're going to see her get an opportunity to get her free throws.
First one from Anderson misses. It was one 6'4" freshman that fouled the other. Anderson going 1'6" junior rather.
Yes.
Fouled by the freshman. As Anderson misses both. Rebound controlled by Sturba and smartly throws it off the leg of Prohaska to keep it on this end for the Quakers.
She's just a great basketball player, got great IQ, knows how to play the game, made a great decision on the offensive rebound, felt trapped. What does she do? Bounced off the leg, gets the ball back.
Phoebe Sturba, the junior from Cleveland. Prohaska takes it away. Here's Agumbawale. Crosses over to the left. Now brings it back. Young with 20 on the shot clock. Shepard was looking for Turner, had it knocked away. Here's Sturba. The right hand misses short.
Great follow-up. Let's see if the Irish wait here. Get one shot here.
And can hold it for the last shot. Just fractions of a second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Look for a high ball screen here by one of the post players here to get a great look inside.
Young with 8.
There it is.
Inside to Agumbawale. Loses control. Jump ball possession awarded to Penn. So the Irish had the look that you were thinking about.
They did. They had a great look, but I think in a situation many times players try to make the move before they catch the ball. That was the example there. Just trying to do, just like a receiver in football, trying to make that catch too early.
Sturba, the three-quarter court shot, just wide left, and that will be the end of the third quarter. Notre Dame, an 18-point advantage, heading to the final period. Up by 18, headed to the final 10 minutes. That third quarter was their best shooting quarter of the game. They put up 21 points, held the Quakers to just 15.
Really got off to a great start here at the beginning of that third quarter. Got a lot of transition baskets, which is a lot of layups, which is great percentage shots, and we'll see if the Irish can come back and do that again beginning of this fourth quarter.
Enrique Agumbawale has played every second of the game so far. She gives off to Nixon and just outside the three-point line. Prohaska inside to Shepard. Blocked away. Irish were trying to go back to the paint where they've had a lot of success throughout the game today.
Came out of that quarter with a set against that zone. Just unfortunately, the great defense by Penn.
Kendall Gracella passed it into the middle. Picked up by Vaughn. Here's the freshman Abby Prohaska out to her classmate Jordan Nixon. Agumbawale with 8 on the shot clock. Directing traffic now with 5. She'll pull up from 3. And what else?
Well, when everything else is in doubt, let's put it in our All-Americans' hands. Again, shot clock going down. Everybody on the floor know who's going to shoot the ball.
That's 21 for Agumbawale. She had 25 20-point games a season ago. That led the ACC and set a new Notre Dame record.
Great defense.
Nixon with the steal.
Look out.
Agumbawale with a full head of steam gives off to Vaughn. And if Agumbawale is not scoring, she's finding her teammates for an easy bucket.
And we see a repeat of the third quarter where now the beginning of the fourth quarter, the Irish are out playing great defense. Defense creates offense. They get a deflection, they get a steal.
Russell back the other side. 65-44, Notre Dame with a 21-point advantage. 8 minutes to go in this final period.
Gonna run that same look again.
Prohaska now into Vaughn. Vaughn double teamed, puts it up anyway. Loose ball finds the hands of Agumbawale, who floats it back up. Rebound battled for, and it'll be a foul called on Notre Dame. A lot of bodies inside as we see Enrique Agumbawale.
What a great decision. As you see her coming down the floor, she's reading this, and a great no-look pass. You know, that just shows how, how giving she is. She just read that. Then a great step-back three as the shot clock's winding down. Again, just great presence of mind to know how much on the shot clock, took the three, knocked it in. A great pass, no-look pass. 5 great points for the Irish.
And that no-look pass really all happened because Agumbawale continues to draw so many defenders to her because of her shooting ability that you just saw on that last three-point attempt where she was able to sink it from distance.
Well, yeah, she's going to draw a lot of attention each and every night. But, the great thing about the Irish, they have other people that are around her. And, she knows that too. She doesn't have to rely on herself to get great baskets. And here's a great take. Again, they've continued to attack the basket. I've really respected them for what they've been able to do. They're outsized inside, but the Penn players continue to attack and drive to the rim.
It was Russell on the layup, and she'll go to the line for one more after the foul from Prohaska. Foul shot just rims out as Prohaska sits with 3 fouls.
High-low here.
Shepard caught on the free throw line, drives up and in with the left hand.
We saw a play earlier where she just caught and shot. This time she saw an opening, went with her left hand, drove it all the way and finished.
And unafraid of creating contact was Jessica Shepard. Felt the contact and went up and finished anyway.
No, I think she loves contact.
Nixon poked it away, but Loxtigala controls it. 8 on the shot clock, now guarded by Jackie Young. Loxtigala with the left hand, blocked by Shepard. Jessica Shepard runs the floor. She's got Agumbawale to her right. Agumbawale, a wide open Jackie Young.
And again, you just see great passing by the Irish, seeing a lot of great things. When they're in transition, they're awfully good here. So we're going to take a look at what they can do, what they do best. But great defense, great transition, great Irish play. Great block, presence to keep it in play, which is awesome. Now you see how the Irish spread the floor, take their time, read, and get a great look inside. That's textbook basketball.
You saw 2 defenders focused on Agumbawale, Irish and Young, up by a bunch. First break of the night for Enrique Agumbawale. She's played every second thus far tonight, and she'll take her first break with 21 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and Mike, she's really done it all. Scoring, creating, can't disapprove of what Agumbawale's done tonight.
Well, one of the things that's just so important when you look at her stat line is she got off to a really slow start. But you know what? It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And that's exactly what's happened with the All-American.
Agumbawale started 1 of 8. She finishes, or at least for the moment, sits at 6 of 19. So not her best shooting night, as she averaged last season about 44% from the field.
Now let's just talk about that situation. I think it was very important. Coach McGraw kept her in the game. Even though she got off to a very slow start, her body language, she was struggling a little bit. She missed wide open looks. But it's a confidence builder. It's allowing her as a senior to step up and be ready to play, knowing that even when she has a bad night, she's going to be on the floor.
And you made the point earlier that Agumbawale hit a simple layup the late stages of the first quarter, early of the second, and that really seemed to get her going. Once you see the ball go through the basket, that's when things change, and Turner's seen the ball go through the basket so much tonight.
I just love her game. The thing about it, she's been able to come back from this knee injury. You can see that she has been able to get the ball inside. She's just a great finisher. Long, lanky, does an incredible job of getting to the right spot, has a great basketball IQ.
Notre Dame with a 6-0 run the last minute and a half. Parker driving past Nixon, using the right hand but unable to finish. And here is Jordan Nixon back the other way. Finding some space, she finds Cosgrove. Picked up that foot.
Little quick. Both feet came up real quick. Again, I think you're in a little bit of a hurry there. It'll be interesting to see how the Irish play now without their All-American senior on the floor. Who's going to run the show? Because many times she's talking through everything, even though when she doesn't have the basketball.
Yeah, the two key cogs right now on the floor, Young and Turner. As Agumbawale, Shepard are both on the bench, and obviously the Irish without Marina Mabry again tonight, the second straight night.
You know, again, people are saying what's going on there. I think that, you know, you don't want to bring an athlete back too fast.
Here's Gracella. Out to Crawford. Crawford against Cosgrove, draws the contact.
Yep.
But a travel call that'll go back the other way.
Again, I just think the defense of the Irish have really got Penn, the Quakers, out of sync here in the second half especially.
Penn 0 for their last 6.
Guess who's there?
Turner was there to clean up the missed shot from Cosgrove.
There's like a magnet. The ball is a magnet. It just finds her wherever she's at. Even though she wasn't able to finish that shot, the ball is always around her, or she's always around the ball. One or the other, but she's just a great player.
Brianna Turner with 9 rebounds tonight. 5 of them have come on the offensive glass. Abby Prohaska.
You love her intensity, though. She, you know, she's aggressive. She's a fighter. She's disciplined. You know, she may got a little bit too much of the body on that play, but she is relentless. You love her fire and intensity. She's going to be a great player for the Irish.
So Prohaska and Cosgrove, 2 of the freshmen, come off. Vaughn and Gilbert come on now for McGraw. Russell out to Anderson. Sturba to Russell. Launches for 3. That one rims out. Here's Nixon in transition. With the left hand, finds some open space. Misses long iron.
The great thing about the Irish right now is even though they went to the bench a little bit, they have so much depth. This is quality time for these players to get in a game number 2, get an opportunity to get some time underneath their belt.
Here's Turner. Look at Turner running the floor. Misses the layup, but the Irish control the offensive rebound.
Coaches think, as I look, I think that's a foul situation.
Here's Gilbert. Irish slow it down with 15 on the shot clock. Nixon takes a look back. Here's Young with 5. Uses the screen from Turner. And Jackie Young continues to impress. 12 points on the night for the junior.
So much depth at every position for the Irish. It's just relentless. No matter who comes in, they have the opportunity to score.
Gilbert pulls down the rebound. Turner running the floor, but the pass from Gilbert a bit too far out of reach.
They've been pushing the issue there, a situation, but still, it was a great run out.
Danielle Patterson coming into the game for the first time. As Brianna Turner sits. A double-double for the grad student. Brianna Turner, 16 and 10 in her second regular season game back.
Well, it's good to see her back if you're an Irish fan.
Absolutely.
If you're anybody else, you think, oh my goodness, we forgot about her.
Well, and here's the thing. So last year's Notre Dame team wins the national championship without Brianna Turner. Catherine Westbeld admirably filling that role as one of the key starters in there for the Irish. But then Notre Dame wins the championship, gets Brianna Turner back. So instead of a rebuild, that's a reload as you get an All-American center in the middle. And you have to think Coach McGraw has to love what she's got now with Turner and Shepard anchoring the inside.
Well, when you talk to Coach McGraw, though, now the next decision is going to really be made is how do I get all these pieces together? You know, it just doesn't automatically happen. And so that's going to be the test here in the weeks ahead, is getting the pieces together before the conference goes. But, boy, there's a lot of tools in that toolbox. There's a lot of opportunities for the Irish, especially with returning players now that were hurt last year.
And now we're seeing for the first time tonight Nicole Benz, who actually got a chance to join this Irish roster last year due to some injuries.
Yes.
It was graduate student Lily Thompson who suffered a torn ACL about the midpoint of the season. And Nicole Benz actually was a student manager on this Notre Dame team last year. And she got the message from Coach McGraw that said, hey, you're going to need to suit up.
Isn't that amazing? What a great story there.
Running the floor is Patterson, keeps the foot down. Misses off the bottom of the rim. And now Daly controls as a wave of substitutes have come on for both teams. It's passed inside.
You know, again, this is a key moment for anybody. When you're seeing a lot of substitutions with 1:30 to go, it's still quality time. These ladies are out here working hard. It's early in the year. Every second counts here to get better.
We saw Benz. Her first career points came last season in a conference game against North Carolina. Benz sank a 3 late in the game and sent this crowd at Purcell Pavilion into a frenzy. As that one rolls around and in. And another timeout called, or a stoppage.
Yeah, this is just a substitution timeout to make sure you get everybody in the ball game that they want to get in.
So another former walk-on, Maureen Butler, joins the action with 1:17 to play. Irish up by 22.
Again, there's a lot of teachable moments. This is a great game to go back and watch film. You know, at times you probably want to say, well, let's just burn the film. But I think this is a good opportunity for coach and her staff to kind of go back and say, here's some things we got to get better at, especially about attacking the 2-3 zone, because I think they're going to see a lot of that this year. Once somebody has some success with it, you're going to see a lot more people are going to do that.
Daly off the glass and in. Another substitute coming in.
Again, this is going to be a great example, a great time for the Penn players also. How many times do you get a chance to play the defending national champion on their home floor? This is a memory moment.
Meg Hare, Serena Waleji coming in. They're playing the top of that 2-3 zone. Benz to Butler. Butler, a senior walk-on from Michigan, joined the team last year.
Who's going to take a shot here? Who's going to take a shot?
Irish with 10 on the shot clock. Here's Gilbert. Out to Benz for 3. Misses short. Rebound to Butler is up and in. Maureen Butler finishes off the shot from Benz.
Well, let's just say it wasn't a shot. Let's just say it was a great looking pass.
Absolutely. We can roll with that. Final 12 seconds on the game clock. As Waleji pulls up from 3. That one misses back iron. Offensive rebound comes down to Sutherland. She puts it up. Gilbert will dribble out the last couple of seconds as Notre Dame finishes off a 20-point win, 75-55 over Penn. And Mike, this is an Irish offense that didn't start out the way that many here inside Purcell Pavilion had hoped. But Muffet McGraw gets career win number 890 as the Irish start off 2-0.
You know, that's just amazing what she's been able to do. Transition basketball, especially the beginning of the second quarter, and the third quarter set the tone for the Irish.
So Jackie Young with 12, Brianna Turner with 16.